Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, it's an absolutely glorious day here today in sunny Brighton in England, which is where I am. And I've got a little video for you today. It's the Alternator clutch pulley, the overrunning clutch pulley. And I've had one, well, I've had two now that have failed on previous alternators. I've had one that's seized completely, which I used for ages on the car, so it still worked, it just didn't have the action where it carries on spinning. And then I had another one that failed before where it would spin in both directions, so it wouldn't even turn the alternator. So I have, because I have them spare, I've taken one apart, and I really wanted to see inside it to see exactly how it works. So now I've taken it apart, I think it's good to, it'd be great to show you what I found inside. Okay, so here is one of them that I took off. This is the one that's seized completely, so this part here should spin inside this part, a bit like when you freewheel on your bicycle and the wheel carries on turning but your pedals stay still. In this case, it's like I say, it's completely seized on there. So if I turn this over, on this side I've already removed this, which is like a plastic cover that goes over there. So I removed that, just filled up the bird bath because it's quite a hot day in the bird, so if you just come down for a little drink. Okay, so I'm going to show you this compared to the one that I've just dismantled. If I turn this back over, so you can see that's the front of it. This is the side where you'd normally use this tool here as well, which is to enable you to get it out. You put that in, and then that means you can put a star socket down there, which is what you need to undo that anyway. So let's compare this to the one I've taken apart. So that's the one I've just dismantled, so you can see without the inner part in it at the front compared to the one with the bit still in it. So I'll turn that over, turn this over, you can see the difference between the two, what they look like in there. And then the parts that go in here, it's a little bit bashed up where I've been whacking it with something, so just ignore that. This is the two parts still together. So if you imagine this bit faces the front, if I turn it back over again, so it would look like that at the front. This would be that way around in there, but of course it can't go through this side. You have to punch it through from this side out that way, so it comes out this side, so that effectively goes back in there like that. Bearing press would be good for that. I don't have one of those, so I just used a big chunky piece of metal that I had to punch that through. And then coming to the other side of both of them, this is just so you can get a reference to what it looks like. As you can see, the whole of that comes out to leave that empty, and the bit that comes out obviously in this direction like that, and then this bit that would be facing the front with the splines in it comes out this way, if you can see that. So that comes out this way. It only goes back in to this ring the same way, so it will only go into this ring that one way, which is a handy reference. And when you look inside that ring, let's look at one bit at a time. So this bit obviously would be in here, all the way in, and inside there you've got all the little bearing bits in there, the little roller bits. It's pretty dirty in there. It's quite dry, so this is the one that failed, where it would actually spin in both directions and not actually lock. So this probably isn't able, I'm probably not able to refurb this, because I think that would be down to this part here, where these have just worn away to the point where it would allow it to spin both ways. It should only spin one way and then lock, like a bit like that sort of kind of action, but in this case it will just spin both ways. So you've got grooves in there. So that's all there is to it. That's one solid piece of metal there. There's nothing else that comes apart on that. It's just one solid piece. The inner part of that bearing with all the rollers on it, they go together only one way. See, it won't fit that way, it'll only go that way. It goes quite sort of easy. I can do this all by hand. And actually this, it sort of works off the car, so I can give you a sort of demonstration. So where if I turn it, it turns, and then it won't turn that way like that. It won't turn this way, but turn that way. So anyway, so the how that would go back together, that just would go back in there. Then that's the front, so you'd have to push it in that way around, and then you'd have to press that back in. You'd have to press it back in against this outer part, back into the main part. See, I know, because that's only falling through, because once that's pushed in, it can't physically come through there. It's held in place, you see, by the friction of that being pushed back in it. So that only comes apart once it's taken out of this part, if that makes sense. So there we go. I think I'm going to go and have a go with the broken, with the one that's seized. I'm going to push that out and see if I can use that again. I'm going to take it out, put lots of grease in it, and then put it back together, put the cover back on, and see how that goes. So there you go. So it's one of the little rollers have fallen out of there. You can see where the hole is. So just in there. Anyway, that's hopefully that will be useful to someone out there. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. So there are more videos coming up soon where I've done some more work on the same car. This was from a Volkswagen Passat, by the way, the same car that I feature in a lot of videos. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.